Greetings to all you beautiful people. Welcome to my channel again. Today is just a short notice, just to share some of the experience I've already had this past few days at work. I know I've been telling you about the greatness of my team that I'm working with, that I've got the best team, that I will trust them no matter where I go, even when I'm not around, that I completely trust them. I think I'm gonna take that word back. Sometimes you will never try to eradicate team's conflicts, no matter how good you are, no matter how motivate your team, no matter how empowerment you give to them. That conflict will never be eradicated, especially when there is no lead around. So the reason why I'm bringing this discussion today to you, my viewers. So in my team, I've got a team of 2 band 7s who are the clinical leads that runs throughout the week, because my service is a 24/7 service, as 7 days a week. And but my job role, I do 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. That's how I work. So you've got the band 6s and the band 7s that do the long days. But currently, one of my band 7 is an expectant mom, so she's currently working from home. That leaves with only one band 7, and we can't expect her to work 7 days a week. So there are those days there is a gap when there is no clinical lead, and that's where the trouble comes in. So when it comes amongst the band 6 only to themselves, when there is no clinical lead, there is no MDT around, that is out of office hours, that's where the problems always occur, when it's just amongst the band 6s. Even though, despite they are senior nurses, when you say band 6s, they're all senior nurses, so you will expect them to behave, to know what is right and what is wrong. That's what I thought. So there's always this conflict amongst them. That is out of hours, when there is no MDT or no clinical lead around. So I've been getting these complaints that this is what has been happening. There are some fighting or arguments amongst the band 6s when it's out of hours. So I try to investigate about these issues, but nobody wants to go for that to tell me what is actually happening. So apparently this weekend, I received a formal complaint from one of the band 6s. So she actually came to me and approached me and tell me, I think something went wrong during the weekend. So she is not taking it lightly, because I think one of the team member verbally assaulted her. So I was really shocked. I said, okay, you made this complaint. I'm gonna take it seriously, because I've been trying to find out what is actually happening. So now that you've come forward, please, can you just write down a statement and tell me all the people that are involved, so that I will know whom to approach. After reading the statement, so I call on to the 2 staff in question that has the conflict. So I asked the one that came up to me that made a official complaint, please, can you just explain to me what was the matter? Because I just wanted to find out the root cause of this verbal assault. I just wanted to get to the bottom of it. So after, when the staff has explained exactly what she has written on her statement, and then I asked the other staff that was the one that actually did the verbal assault, and ask her own statement as well to repeat what really happened. Why did he actually say the words that he said to this other past staff member? So he explained the same reason. So I tried to give both of them voices. One explained what happened, and then the other one explained. So I give them chances to voice out what is the main matter. I just wanted to find out the root bottom of where did this all come from. So to cut the matter short, because there is a bit of even argumentation between the 2 of them when we are trying to resolve the issue of what really happened. End of my findings, after hearing from the both staff, I then identified the main cause of the reason why there was conflict on that day, and for the other staff member to use the words that he used. So I find out that the staff that came to approach me to deliver this complaint, actually she was the one coordinating during that day. And when she was coordinating, she didn't share the job role equally and fairly. She took the minimum task for that day and gave the maximum task to the other colleagues. And that's where the problem comes. And the other colleague said, no, this is not fair. Despite you're the one coordinating, we need to share the job role equally. After us, we are all band 6s. There is no clinical lead here. So you can't just stay here, sit in the office doing nothing, whilst we went there to do the job. So what are you doing? What are you be doing here if all of us goes out and then you're here? And then the main staff that was coordinating asked the one that did the accusation and said, you don't need to tell me what to do. I'm the one coordinating the shift, so you need to follow my rule. And absolutely, I think that's where the conflict started, leading to the other colleagues to use inappropriate word against the shift coordinator. Although he did apologize for using that word, but at the same time, it's not fair. Even if you're the one coordinating, at least let the team know that you're a fair person. That is what I always advocated. We should work as part of a team. And we should do the job role equally. We should share equally, show equal rights to each other. If you're organizing a task, or if you're the shift coordinator, ensure your colleagues are happy with whatever you assign to them, so that the job role can go on easily. But if you're allocating a task to your colleagues, the maximum task, and while you're not doing anything, what do you expect your colleagues to say to you? They will think that, oh, you're bossing them. They are the one doing the hard work while you're sitting there. Then have you given a rationale why you're staying here without doing anything? So what kind of a managerial skills is that? So even if there is a job opportunity there, would they see you as somebody who is willing to take a leadership role? If your role is to just sit down, allowing others to do all the hard work, and then you sit down, you took the less easy one, nobody will recommend you for for any leadership role. So this is what I explained to the staff. Even though she was the one that came in up front to make a complaint, I did explain to her that that's the area that you're wrong. So at the end, the staff that used the inappropriate word to his colleagues, I have to become plain to him. I say, despite, even if you're not happy, if somebody else did something to you that you're not happy on, rather than you using inappropriate word at workplace, remember this is a work environment and those words are not acceptable in the work environment. By using those words, I'm not going to take it lightly. I'll still have to follow the trust policy. I need to make an official complaint for these words. So even though he did apologize, but he still understand that I will take it forward, because those words are not acceptable at workplace. This is a work environment. So I did make it clear there. So what I did now, because during the weekend, since we don't have a band 7, so I've put the shift online to ensure that there is always a band 7 during the weekend, because I work Monday to Friday to cover all those days that a clinical lead is not around. So the weekend, I ensure that there is a bank shift there for whoever wants to work as a clinical lead, just to come and observe, because I think I see my team as if they are still like children. That's how I call them. I said, I've already put my trust in you. I said, I trusted you to be on your own, like to be able to delegate tasks without conflict happening. I said, I've already praised you everywhere that you are the best team so far. I said, what went wrong? So it's just, I think what the whole situation that I identify at the end of the day is who is in charge, because they are all the same band. They all have the same banding. So nobody wants to be in control by somebody else. So they looked at it, oh, you're band 6 and band 6. Why would you telling me what to do? So I am my own boss, so you don't need to tell me what to do. So there is always that challenges between amongst those band 6s. Everybody wants to feel big. But I always keep on reminding them, I said, the way you behave at work, that's how the leaders up there identify you to become the next leader. I say you have to behave in a way that they can identify you to become the next leader of this team. So you have to act as a professional, not as children. You don't have to act, you don't have to act like children. This is all what I always reminded them. I say you need to show professionalism. That will make they recommend you for a higher post there if one comes along. So that's how I resolve the conflict among the two staff. At the moment, I just called out for a supervision for the two of them. So we ended the supervision with two of them. I had a supervision with one yesterday, and then I had another supervision with the other one today. So what I find out, the one that did coordinated the shift on that day when the conflict happened, she had some family issues at home. I think that was the reason why she didn't want to go anywhere for a visit. I think it did affected her mental state. But I did advise her, sometimes when things like that happen, rather than you coming to work and affecting the whole team and the whole service, you can just call in, like you can just call off and say, oh, you're having some family issues at home, so you won't be able to work today. I said that's just fair enough. Then we can find the cover to cover for that shift rather than coming in, because when you come with your personal issue at home, that will affect your job role. So we did have that discussion on the supervision. So I did put some plans for her to go through, and then the other staff that had used the inappropriate word, I offer some training for him to go through those trainings. So that's the action plan I gave the two staff. So that is my story at my workplace. I just say, let me share with the community so that maybe you can learn something from there, or maybe we can share some advice so that it won't happen again. Thank you so much for watching. If you come this far, please don't forget to subscribe to me, and please make your comment. Thank you.